G'day, this is Ricky here from Wall of Sound. I'm back with some of our Rising Empire's best here in Melbourne, Australia. Anthony and Antonin, did I say that right?
Yeah, it was perfect, man.
Okay, great. How you boys doing today?
We're doing good. Like I said before, just really hard to adapt with the jet lag, but super happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
We are so happy to have you already. Now, you're playing tonight in Melbourne at the iconic Forum with Erra, Silent Planet, and local band Mirrors. Have you played with Erra or Silent Planet before?
We played with Erra in June, so we met them. And at this point, they were saying to us we should do something together. But a lot of bands are saying a lot of stuff and nothing ever happens. But now we're here, so it wasn't a lie. And now we're touring with them, yeah.
Loyal at their best. I love it. So have you heard of the Forum as a venue before you've come to Australia?
Well, actually, absolutely not. But
I did a lot, and I've seen a lot of photos from other bands. But yeah, maybe you don't. But
yeah.
I know it's really famous, and I'm really happy to play here tonight.
Yeah, well, like we were saying a little bit before the interview started, the Forum is like a real iconic venue in Melbourne, and it's only in the last year or two that heavy bands have really started to play here because the number of punters or attendees have become so high that the little clubs that we used to go to shows in are just not big enough anymore. So now all these awesome metalcore and deathcore bands get to play the Forum, which is such a great venue. I'm really excited for you guys to see it. Have you gone out to do sound check yet?
Yeah, we did, and it sounded really great, like the sound of the place, you know.
Yeah,
it just sound great.
The sound engineering of this place is like no other, and for fans, no matter where you stand in the venue, you can just hear the best possible sound of the band. It's the best feeling ever.
Yeah, it's really nice. And we heard about maybe I hope I'm right. The crowd in Melbourne is good.
We like to party. We give you a good crowd, I promise.
Great.
Well, I hope I'm not under-promising or over-promising, but we'll see how we go. So we were talking a bit before about your Spotify listeners, and you said Australia in particular is one of the biggest streaming countries for Resolve around the world. Is that right?
Yeah, the three top cities, I forgot, but I think it's Melbourne, Sydney, and maybe Brisbane, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's Australia. And
That's
then
amazing.
Other countries,
Wow.
which is weird because we never played this country.
Yeah.
And there's less people in Australia than we have in our own country and in the US and stuff. So it means a lot.
The East Coast of Australia love our heavy music, and in particular, we at Wall of Sound have been following French metalcore and deathcore for quite some time now. You know, obviously we started with our roots in Gojira before they played the Olympic Games. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, we learnt about Betraying the Martyrs and then followed Aaron to 1056. Mm-hmm. We saw Landmarks in a small venue before they announced a massive Australian tour soon. Novelists who came down recently. You guys, like, we've just been loving French metalcore and deathcore. What is it in the French Riviera about music? Like, how are you guys so amazing?
I don't know if we're so amazing, but like, I just feel like we are friends with everyone of this band, you know, and we just try to get the best help to each other, the best we can, you know, so that we grind up all together. I mean, I think it's just that.
Yeah. We met Landmarks at the very beginning of Resolve, and since we are really connected, really good friends, I wrote a song with them as well. We toured with them, friends with Novelists as well, 1056. We even did a featuring with Erra.
All the days.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. So, like he said, I think we are just all friends. We love each other, and we love each other's music. So it's really simple. Everyone is doing his best with his own band to grow, and actually for now it's working, so let's keep it coming.
That's the thing about this genre, unlike like big top 40 pop or whatever where there's this competition, like at metalcore and deathcore level, like everyone is friends, everyone wants each other to succeed, everyone wants to go on tour together and have a great time. It's just the best environment, and fans can feel that, and I think they like that loyalty. But going back to older days where you worked with Aaron, what was it like working with both him and Paleface as well?
I think it was one of the easiest thing we ever did. The music video was super easy to do. It was a one take, so really fast, really easy. We spent just 2 days at the studio for their parts, because the song was already existing before. It was on the album, and last minute we decided to do a alternate version with them. But yes, super easy, and we were friends before, so it was just like, hi guys, how you doing? Let's work, and yeah, super easy.
That's so good. We actually saw Paleface at this very venue only a few months ago.
Yeah, with in Arswijk.
Yes, it was within Hartswijk. It was a massive tour, and Paleface just sounded amazing.
They're blowing up right now in Europe, in US, and so probably same in Australia. So
yeah, they released a surprise album as well recently, so we were stoked to see them. It was really great. Let's talk about Resolve. So you guys released an album, Human, with an extended version released not too long ago. Where are you at with your musical journey? Are you doing some writing at the moment?
I mean, I think we're always doing writing. Like at some point, we always have riff or things, you know, to just write down. And I mean, we'll see what's new, you know.
Yeah, always writing. So we have a lot of demos and stuff we want to work on. But for now, we just need to keep showing this new album and the album before when we can. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna do another album and probably many more if it keeps working like this. Yeah.
Great. We can't wait for new material, and you guys have pumped out so much great stuff.
Thank you.
And I was listening to it quite a lot this weekend, and it's really emotive music. Like, it's powerful, obviously it's heavy, but it's also really emotive. And what I thought about was, we were talking about some of your French peers recently, but 1056, Landmarks, all of you have really emotive music. Do you think that's something about French culture that's different to maybe other bands from different countries?
I feel like it's the same for a lot of metal bands, even rock bands, or even bands.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're doing some music, most of us are really sad, and yeah, I don't know how to explain, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's like the when you are in your writing, you're in your own space, your own bubble, and you can just let yourself going shit and be depressive as fuck and just write things.
It must be the French passion that I'm noticing that's different.
Perhaps.
So you guys are from Lyon, is that right?
Yeah, I mean, we're spread in France, but like Lyon is where we're based. Yeah.
Awesome. I've been to Lyon before.
Cool.
Really big fan. Gastronomical capital of the world, right? So really enjoyed that. I actually missed 1056 by like 3 days or something, and I had never been to Australia, so I was so upset. But really loved it. Enjoyed walking in the park and seeing a giraffe when I didn't even know that there was a zoo there. So there you go.
Yeah.
I think they played in Australia once, 1056.
Yes, so after that trip... That's right. Well, after that trip when I was in France...
I know everything.
You have been following Australian tours, haven't you, mate? That was a big tour, because not only did they do side shows with Emmure, but they also played at Alpha Wolf's festival, Cult Fest. Yeah. So that had obviously Alpha Wolf, 1056, Emmure, Crossfaith, and a whole bunch of local talent. It was amazing.
Heavy show.
Really heavy show, like Emmure and 1056 back to back. Let me tell you, that was something else. But less about them and more about you. How has the tour been so far in Australia? You guys have played, Adelaide and Perth, is that right?
Yeah, it was Perth and then Adelaide. Now it's Melbourne, and we have...
it's written down there.
From now on, we have 6 shows left. Yeah.
Wow.
So Australia is sick. Everything is beautiful. People are so nice. It's completely different than other countries. There's a lot of nice people everywhere, but here it's really hard to find someone that is bad. So yeah, super happy, and like we said before, the only thing is the jet lag. It's really strong, and for now it's really hard for us to adapt, and we are able to sleep 1 or 2 hours a day.
Yeah, right.
It's starting to be a bit hard, but the happiness is stronger than the tiredness.
Yep.
That's how tiredness.
Yep.
Fatigue.
Yep. English is great.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah.
That's
super
awesome.
happy to be here.
Well, you'll have to have a sleep after Erra play tonight, catch up on some sleep so that you can feel a little bit more energized.
I'm not even sure we can. I'm not even sure we are able to sleep.
We'll make it happen. We're going to give you guys some sleeping pills. We got to get you through the rest of the tour. All right. Now we were speaking to your label mates, Half Me from Germany, a couple of weeks ago. They were here with Throne, and one of the things they were most impressed about here in Australia was something that I would never expect, which is Guzmany Gomez, a Mexican food chain.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been eating food in Australia? What have you been enjoying so far?
Literally the first day in Perth, we just ate that. Exactly. With Robin and Marin, like we just went there. It was in front of the venue, so we had to go there.
So what I'm hearing is that before you leave Europe, you have a meeting with a rising empire and you go, what do we need to know about Australia? And they're like, okay, so when you get there, have Guzmany Gomez and then you can play the show. Is that kind of how it goes? Or?
Well, we're kind of our own, I guess, on that.
Wow. A rising empire have the same taste in food.
Yeah.
Must be.
Okay.
Well, Melbourne's actually a bit of a food capital as well. I don't know if we can compete with Leon, but hopefully you've got time to eat some good food tonight or tomorrow before you go. Yep. Where are you playing next?
Hobart in Tasmania.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's so exciting.
Yeah,
well, you'll have to eat some seafood.
I think a lot of bands are not going to
That's right.
Tasmania, so we are lucky to be able to go.
And they're lucky to have you.
Oh, I hope.
So now that you're finally in Australia for the first time, we're so excited to see Resolve for the first time. I know you guys are excited. What are some Aussie bands that have helped inspire you with some of your music?
So many.
Like Polaris. Yeah, for me, I watch Ryan videos since a long time, and I didn't know about Polaris, and then at some point I just listened to his music, and it was blowing my mind, you know.
Wow.
There are so many bands. Old bands, but also new bands. They're really waiting for the new album from Thornhill.
Yeah, nice.
Big fan. But yeah, there's too many bands. AC/DC. Airborne is from Australia.
Who's that, sorry?
Airborne.
Airborne, yeah, absolutely. There you go.
Best show was definitely the best show I had was watching Airborne in Paris at the Olympia.
Wow.
It was fucking blowing my mind.
And you have Parkway Drive as well, which is a real example for the career and what they achieve at the moment. So
they're playing at the Sydney Opera House soon, which is massive.
It sell out super quick.
Sold out, sold for hundreds of dollars. Maybe that'll be your next tour the next time you come to Australia.
Parkway Drive.
Or Parkway Drive, or just playing at the Sydney Opera House.
I'm not sure, but if they want us, just call. We're coming.
Well, in all seriousness, I feel like coming down to support bands like Erra or Silent Planet, it's been a real launch pad for a lot of peers of yours to come down and support bigger bands. Like Landmarks came to support North Lane, and now they're coming just a few months later to do a headline tour. Do you feel like your next time to Australia, you might be able to do a bit of a headline run and do some clubs or that kind of thing?
I feel like we need one more tour in Australia, and maybe we can try to do a small headline tour. But for now, let's how do you say ne pas brûler les étapes. Step by step.
Yeah, step by step.
It's such a romantic accent. I feel like I'm getting serenaded with every word that you speak. That sounds great. We're really excited.
But maybe a sideshow. If we're coming back, maybe we can try to do a sideshow maybe in a small club, just to see how it's received.
I reckon that's the
and
goal.
play longer than 30 minutes. But yeah, we definitely need to come back for another tour, and then on the third tour, maybe we'll do a headline tour.
Sounds like a bloody good plan to me. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys tonight at the Iconic Forum. We hope you have the best time possible. Catch up on some sleep. Enjoy that Guzmany Gomez.
Thank you.
We'll catch you. Thanks.
Thank you very much for having us. It's been really nice.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks so much for taking the time to chat with us here at Wall of Sound.
Wall of Sound.